Good evening, and I hope you're having an excellent weekend.
Good evening.
Um, so as you know, we've been collecting the Lego Speed Champions race cars on the series, and today we're hitting a milestone with our 20th Speed Champions car. Today we are building the only Porsche in the Speed Champions second generation. It's the Porsche 963 race car. Um, Porsche is a car company that's well known for beautiful cars, and this one is no exception with its distinctive red, white, and black color scheme. Let's switch over to the camera and I'll show you the set. So this is the Porsche 963.
The Porsche.
As you can see, it's got one of the more aerodynamic looking body shapes. Um, so it's a little unusually shaped for a car. Here's a little bit closer up. And as always, you don't need to see my spare bits bag. As you can see, I did pull out the tool. The back of the box is fairly standard. You can see the car driving away, and then you can see a photo of the real car on the side. You can see here, is that the Lego or that real? Yeah. You can see from the photo, it's almost indistinguishable from the Lego car. I mean, other than some gapping in the red patterns. That can't be helped when you have to use stickers and prints, though. Yeah, this is a beautiful car, and it'll look good next to some of the other race cars with interesting liveries. So this is my 20th Speed Champions car. So which means technically, when I finish this car, my garage will be half full, since there's 40 cars that are going in the garage by the time I finish. However, there's technically 41 cars in the line. One of the two packs features one of the rocket-shaped dragster cars, and it doesn't fit into the garage and will need to be given its own arrangements. So not counting that car, there's 40. So this is the halfway car. But if you do count that car, then it's the next set, which is going to be the halfway point. It's all a matter of perspective, really. So one last look at the box, and let's get right into the build. I'm running a little late tonight because we had a thunderstorm, and I don't like to sit at my computer during thunderstorms. But that passed us pretty quickly. It only lasted for like 5 minutes. But I was in the middle of something by the time I finished. Bag 2 we'll set aside as normal. Here's bag 1. And whoa, that's a big sticker sheet. One of the bigger sticker sheets we've seen. We've seen this on some of the other more traditional race cards with racing stripes and stuff, but last few cars, the sticker sheets have been relatively small, and this one's kind of big. Over 30 stickers here. I don't think it pays to try and do an exact count. And actually, we don't have the regular chassis piece. We just have this tiny little chassis piece here, which is all the more evidence that this is going to be an unusually shaped car. We've seen this on a couple Speed Champions cars so far, but it's unusual to get a piece like this. We, of course, have the instructions, which we don't use because I have the PDFs up here. We have our instructions up there, so we don't need the little instruction book. I set it aside, and let's go ahead and get started. So all right, so looking at the picture, it's probably because of its unusual shaping. It's not the standard build the back and then the front. Bag 1 looks like we're building the bottom layers of the car, and then bag 2 looks like we're building the top layers and detailing of the car. Interesting. So it says for bag one, we need the little chassis, and we need to open up bag one and get the pieces inside. We're getting closer and closer to the June wave. There's several sets I'm going to get from the, there's like three Lego sets, or four, that I want to buy from the June 1st wave. I mean, there's 3 Speed Champion sets, 2 2-packs that I'll be getting later. But there's just one single pack car in the June 1st wave. I'll be getting that one right away. And I'll probably be getting a couple of the other June 1st sets with it. They're releasing a 4th Star Wars mech as well. So I'll definitely be getting that. And I'll probably get another city vehicle. And there's a new Disney statue coming out. Alright, let's go ahead, separate the pieces a little bit. And here we have our driver. So let's go ahead and put him together. I like how every driver has a slightly different face and hair. So it's not just the same generic driver wearing different racing uniforms. You actually get a different guy for each team, for each racing team. Oh, he's got a cool uniform. We've seen these white uniforms with racing stripes before, but this one looks pretty good with the Porsche logo across it and the black and red detailing. And then on the back, that's what it looks like. Standard deal. He has a helmet, but we're not going to give him the helmet yet because he doesn't need the helmet because he does not yet have a car to drive. So let's go ahead and get his helmet together. Let's make sure I orient the visor the correct way. Fairly standard black helmet. Most Speed Champions drivers have black, a few have white. We've had only one helmet that wasn't black or white so far. And then he also gets a wrench. Standard fare. So we'll put that there until he needs it. And he will watch as we build the car. So I guess starting with this little piece here. So it looks like the first thing we're adding to the car is a little slope on the inside. These little chassis pieces are so narrow, it can't be comfortable for the driver to sit in. But a lot of the more traditional race cars use narrower chassis like this. Whereas opposed to some of the more standard shaped cars that are race cars adapted from more commercial style bodies. Those use the bigger chassis. Okay, there's some trans red tiles. They might represent lighting decks. So I do have to get this done before my brother gets home from work. He's requested the TV tonight. So we're gonna build as efficiently as possible. But we're still gonna take our time and enjoy the build like we usually do. The good news is there's not a lot of these dark gray pieces, which means when one of them comes up in the instructions, it should be fairly easy to pick it out from the pile. So yeah, it looks like this car is starting to take a little bit of shape. It's still fairly insubstantial. We're still early in the build. As you can see also, unlike other cars, which are color coordinated, these colors are all over the place. That's because of the unusual color scheme that this car has. It's a pretty color scheme though, as it comes together with all the various pieces and stickers, and towards as we get closer to a more completed car, we'll see how all these different colors, how all these different, the positions of all these different colored sections blend together to make the look. In terms of out there color schemes, it's comparable to the BMW 2-pack that we did a couple weeks ago. But instead of being red, white, and blue, it's red, white, and black. Okay, we're beginning our first sub-assembly here. And it looks like this assembly will begin with a axle block. The axle block setup is fairly standard on Speed Champions. All the cars use the same basic pieces for that. Or at least all the cars I've seen so far. That's interesting. What's the point of having this half plate, half tile thing if you're just going to cover the whole thing with a full plate? Wouldn't it have made more sense to put a full plate in there? It really doesn't matter. The end result is still the same. Okay. I'm getting close to securing the remaining single pack cars for my build queue. I have 3 more in the build queue right now. And I have 4 more single cars, and then the 2 movie cars, which are both singles. But I'll be doing them as, I'll be treating their stream as a 2-pack. Just because they're from the same movie. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure I'm lining pieces up right here. Okay, so this, alright, so it goes on like this, I think. And I just did that off camera, sorry. The picture wasn't entirely clear with how these bits line up. But I think, yeah. So it looks like we're doing, based on the tiling around the edges here, it looks like we're doing some of the detailing for the bottom section of the car. Okay, need 1 more of those. There it is. Sorry if I'm not talking much. I'm trying to focus. There's a lot of little tiny pieces in this step. I want to make sure I use the correct tiny pieces and not drop them, which has been happening a lot on recent streams because I am clumsy. Clumsiness and Lego generally don't mix well, but I've been doing all right. I know I've been doing a lot of Lego on the channel recently, as opposed to the gaming that I was doing. Haven't been doing hardly any of the gaming. I just find the Lego stuff more fun overall. That's just me. But I do Lego when I can, because I find Lego more satisfying than gaming. And pretty soon, we're going to start doing more streams again in the Lego Studio program, where we can actually I have a few custom creations I want to start putting together. So we'll be starting up some of those streams probably in a couple months. Those are some cool wedge pieces. Or triangles, I should say. Okay, and then we have some more of the trans reds. And then we have this big bracket piece here. And then this whole thing attaches to how exactly, how is this meant to line up. Let's see here. Some of those studs. I think this is how it's meant to line up. I'm going to hope I'm right, because the picture is not very clear and immediately goes on to another assembly. So there's what we have so far with the car's basic shaping. You can see just how tiny the interior is. Probably one of the smallest I've seen on one of the cars so far. And now we're going to set up the other axle block. Our temple did their first picnic Shabbat for the season last night. It was beautiful. They do the picnic Shabbat 3 times a year. Memorial Day weekend at the start of summer, and then Labor Day weekend at the end of summer, and then Independence Day weekend in the middle of summer. And the picnic Shabbats are held outside in the temple's courtyard area. Not courtyard, they have like a whole garden area. It's really beautiful, and they do and they serve snacks afterwards, and they bring out a band. And it's a really fun time. And they didn't even talk about the Israel war like they've been doing a lot of recently. It was just a party atmosphere with a lot of celebration last night. They left all the stressful stuff that normally they pray about. They left that at home. It was also My grandpa's 96th birthday this week. So we went over to visit him and celebrate with him. And then tomorrow we're celebrating my nephew's 20th birthday. He was born the week that I graduated from high school. The same week I graduated from high school. So the fact that he has his 20th birthday tomorrow makes me feel old. But I know I'm not that old because I'm still here playing with Lego. One can never be too old if they still are playful enough to be into Lego. Lego's keeping me young. Lego is not just a toy. Lego is a way of life. Okay, we're doing some shaping up here. This is definitely one of the more interesting build progressions I've seen on a car so far. When they do custom chassis rather than the standard chassis piece, it allows for some more unique shaping techniques. Here's a cool divided panel. I don't think I've ever worked with that piece before. Okay, that's what we just put on, those divided panels in there. And those two. Oh, light's hitting it pretty good from that angle. It's black on black, but I managed to make the light hit it. All right. Lots of interesting parts in this one. Okay, and then this section plugs in like this. And so that's what we have so far for the bottom frame of the car. Because it's a non-standard progression, I'm feeling like this is a more satisfying build so far than most of the cars we've seen. I mean, all the cars have been fun. All the cars have had their moments. And every car has at least one build surprise, but this one's really satisfying. We're starting to see the red, white, and black bits coming together, which is cool. We'll see how they all develop into a unique and beautiful design. Yeah, that's a very tiny seating area in there. I would hate to be that driver. That looks very uncomfortable. That seating area looks even tinier than in some of the other cars that have the standard, this non-standard narrower body type. Okay, we're gonna get our first sticker now. It looks like it's the beginning of some of the outer patterning. Yeah, that's the correct one. Now, because they have the patterning going across stickers, inevitably there's going to be some gapping. But I'll do my best to make it all look good. So there's our first sticker right there. You can see the very beginnings of the car's distinctive patterning. We're almost out of pieces for bag one. We're making good time on this car, I think. Okay, so here we have the other sticker. And it's pretty much the same, but in mirror. So I'm not going to take time to show off this sticker because it's the same thing that I just showed off, except on the other side. My sticker was a little off the edge there. And yeah, I want the sticker to be placed right at the edge because it is a pattern and I don't want too much gapping, but off the edge is not good. So there's that sticker. So now we're doing a jump plate on a jump plate. And we're also got this thing going on. Okay, I think that's mainly shaping bits there based on their positioning. Okay, and this looks like this is going to be the seat. And the steering wheel. And behind the steering wheel, a panel to block off the engine area. So that's what right there. It's black on black, so it's hard to see, but that's the very tiny, uncomfortable seating area for the pilot. And this step's going to give us 2 more stickers. But first, let's put the little tiles in. Because with that, no stickers means those 2 tiles were going to be easier. So And then I need that sticker. Sometimes with stickers that are pattern continuations like these, it's easier to just do the stickers at the end so we can have a better shot at lining them up. But maybe these particular pieces become inaccessible, and that's why we're going in blind. Anyway, that's what those two stickers look like. Right here, these stripy things right here along the back of the car. And then we're getting two more stickers here. And these stickers go on these triangle bits. Oof, and seeing the stripes on these stickers, it makes me want to wait and see what happens with these tiles, but I may have to go back and adjust some of these stickers later if I have trouble getting things to line up. I hope I don't have to do that. We haven't seen a single printed piece for this car yet. Usually for some of the tinier details, Speed Champions cars do have some printed pieces in with all the stickers, but we haven't come across any for this car yet. Okay, and then it has us putting these things up along the panel here. And we have here the traditional car door pieces that Lego's been using for decades, since I was a baby. These pieces, but with Speed Champions cars, uh, we don't actually get doors. These are just for decoration and detail. These won't open. So these fill in the sides of the driver's area and make it even narrower than it already was. So you can see the driver's block. You can see how tiny and cramped that is now. It's already time for bag 2. We made good timing with bag 1. So let's proceed with bag 2. And what's the first thing I always do with bag 2? I take the canopy, I set it aside, and then I take the tires and set them aside so they don't roll around on us. We had an issue with one tire rolling off the table before I could set it aside during the actual motion of opening the bag, so I didn't even get a chance to rescue it. And it rolled off the table and bounced off the floor and into the front grill of my computer. And it was a nightmare retrieving it out, so yeah, want to prevent that from happening again. And then this standard bag of wheel covers we set aside till we need it at the end of the build. So we're going to start with the wheel arches in the back here. So yeah, the car is starting to shape together nicely. We have the basic footprint down, and now we're just going to build it up and add details. Okay, now we're getting into some shaping. There's some wedges involved too. Speed Champions likes these little 1x2 wedges because they're really good for getting the unique shapings cut for each car. Getting the curves just right. Because each car has a subtly different arrangement of curves. Okay, and now we have the stickers that line up with the other two. I hope I left it room to line up properly. Yeah, that one's not too bad. Didn't even need to think twice about that one. Now for this one. Almost perfect lining up with the triangles. That was a lot less difficult than I thought it would be. There it is with those stickers applied. You can see how the pattern is really coming together now. And then we get, okay, 4 more stickers. All right. I have a feeling that this arrangement of stickers is going to be a little bit more difficult than the other one. But I'll see what I can do here. Yeah, gapping cannot be helped because there's so many stickers, so many little stickers, and they can't print stickers all the way out to the edge of the piece because of physical limitations. But I'm doing all right with these stickers. Okay, now this sticker needs to be adjusted because putting that sticker proves that this sticker is slightly out of alignment. Let me see if I can get into that sticker real quick. Without messing it up too terribly. So yeah, basically I need both of the stripes to look like they line up. No, we're not there yet. And now I got the sticker creasing up against itself, which is no good. Let's see if I can pull it apart. Yeah. Now if I get that stripe to line up, that stripe won't line up. And if I get that stripe to line up, that stripe won't line up. It really should have waited to have us put all these stickers on together at the end. Let's put this other piece back to help us position this piece. No. There's going to be a gap. I prefer the gap to be on that sticker. Yeah, That's as good as it's going to be. It's better than it was. It's not perfect. There's a bubble in that sticker. And smoothing it out just allowed me to introduce a crease into the other sticker next to it. Alright, as good as it's going to be. That's what it looks like with those 4 little stickers added into the pattern. Let's keep going. How do these line up? Okay, so these just close in the gaps below the wheel arches. That's all we're doing with these 2 little bits. It has the added bonuses of giving us some studs pointing out. So I'm pretty sure we're going to attach something back there in a few moments. Okay, that's what the back of the car looks like with all those little bits attached. Time for an assembly. I think we're building the back of the car now. Interesting. There's some interesting shaping and development going on with this section. And these pieces are tiny, so sorry if I go off camera. I need to do precision work in order to not drop them. And make sure everything gets in the correct place. Oh, somehow I caught that. It yeeted out of my fingers, even though no matter what I do to ensure I have a good grip, There's always going to be a piece that decides to yeet out. Okay, this looks like an interesting step. So we're going to take this plate and put a whole bunch of different panels on it. And it's black on black, so I can't really show this off as I do it. And I know my fingers and my poor lighting are getting in the way of you seeing what I'm doing here, given just how big and important this piece looks like it is. But that's a thing that's going to happen with Lego, is some pieces are just too small and my fingers are just too big, and I can't make everything that happens visible. Okay, that's interesting how that all came together. So this is the back end of the car. Interesting. That's some interesting shaping that they did for this thing. And this all lines up on the back of the car and snaps in like that. And that's what it looks like attached to the car. Okay, and then we have, okay, we have this tail fin piece, but I've never seen the shape before. Luckily for me, the stickers here are just the Porsche logo across the top edge of the fin, and not a sticker for the full shape of the piece. So I can just put these on. No, that one's straight, that one is not. I have to redo the one on this side. It's only very slightly not straight though. Yeah, better. Though I did introduce a visible crease. So that's what it looks like with the stickers attached. And we can just plug this here onto the back of the car, running the full length of the back of the car like this. Okay. I want this. I want this black stripe on the bottom of the sticker to be parallel with the edge of the tile. It'll look better and straighter if it's parallel. Not perfect, but let's see how it looks when attached. Not bad. That's what that looks like when placed. As you can see, it's not perfectly straight. You know what? I could do a little bit better. I'm doing too many of these corrections tonight. The stickered portion of the car are going to get like this creased look if I do too much fixing. Okay, not bad. It's a little better. Not bad. There's a crease, but it's white on white, so it's not terribly obvious. Interesting sandwiching of brackets here. Okay. And it says this section sits over the tail fin like this. Is that gap supposed to be there? Actually, I think we put stuff in there. Okay. For right now, there's a gap between that slope and the tail piece, but I think we put some more car body in there. So I think that gap's going to take care of itself in a few minutes. We're just about to hit the hour mark for stream, so I think we're making pretty good time here. Okay, so here's a single piece, a slope wedge that is going to get 3 separate stickers on it. And the reason it gets 3 stickers is because they line up to make a pattern. Although I just scratched my sticker trying to adjust it. I'm having more issues with the stickers tonight than I usually do. Not good for such a car that's such heavily loaded with stickers. But you can't complete this car's distinctive look without the stickers. It's not like other cars where the stickers are optional. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so that's what this piece looks like with the 3 stickers attached. You can see it's not perfect, and you can see where I scratched the one, but I gotta keep going. Okay, it looks like this section attaches to the side here, and attached. Looks like I did the stickers on that alright, because the 2 stripes line up with the stripes on the flat body. So that's what it looks like with attached. You can see how the stripes on the side line up with the 2 on the top. Alright, and now I guess we're going to be doing all the same stuff on the other side. Give me one moment. That piece decided to slip out of my fingers. And we get the other wedge slope. And we need to do this one's stickers. I need to fix this one. The stripes aren't lined up with the other sticker. Great, and I just creased it along the back as well. Okay, it's not perfect, but here's this one with its stickers. And this will go in and close up the gap on this side. So that's what the back of the car looks like with the two slope wedges and the stickers. It doesn't look like I did too horribly lining things up here. Although there is some obvious gapping in the stripes, more so than on the other side. I think I'm going to try and fix that sticker below these. Hold on. The gap was too big on this side, so I want to try and line up this sticker a little bit better. Now that I can't really get my fingers down in there. Sorry if I'm a little off camera. I'm trying to do some precision work here to help my car look a little bit better than it was. So now if I reattach this, now the stripes line up almost as good as on the other side. That was totally worth the time it took to fix it. And now we have some tiles going on. And you know what? Given the positioning of these tiles, I'm going to put the tiles on and then sticker them, in the hopes of lining up the stickers that much better. Actually, I want to make the edge gap a little bigger so the other side doesn't look quite as lopsided. I'll also make the stripe angles actually look a little straighter if I don't try and put them on top of each other like that. Okay, so that's what it looks like with those two little square tiles put on in their stickers. This car's design is way too reliant on stickers. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, I was looking for the wrong kind of piece. Actually, we went through the sticker sheet pretty quickly. There's only a couple of stickers left. Most of the stickers were involved in that cool design on the back of the car. Okay, and then we get this tile with the Porsche logo going right across it. And that sticker went off the edge of the piece, so even though it was straight, it wasn't a good placement. Excuse me. Well, now we're off of this end of the piece. It's good enough. That's what this sticker looks like. And that runs along the back of the tail fin like this. And now we're doing another assembly. We're almost out of pieces and we still have the whole front end of the car to build up. It must be the front must be a relatively simple build. We still have 7 stickers left on the sheet as well. Three of which we're going to use right here. Now we need to line these up because it looks like this is another pattern for this step here. I want the stripes to stop at the same parallel, so I need them to line up at the top, even though there will be a gap. As long as I haven't pressed it all the way down, there's no chance of creasing. It's not till I press it down and then realize it's bad and have to pull it up. That's where creases get introduced, but if it's not pushed all the way down, if there's still an exposed area, I can pull it up without difficulty. I think that's pretty good. Let's get the last sticker on there. Well, not the last sticker. There's still a couple stickers left on the sheet. The last sticker for this step is what I meant. Okay, not bad. There's 2 red stripes that are obviously wider where the sticker gaps are, but that's what we put together. And this goes down the middle of the front of the car. Oh, there's a creasing in there. I think I resolved it. And now we come around to the other side. And make symmetrical what we did before all that while ago. Then I'm going to put the tile on and then do the sticker. I can line it up a little straighter by doing it in that order. Yeah, that one came out nice. Okay. And now we put on the front wheel arches. So yeah, the front of the car is coming together a lot quicker than the back of the car did. Lots of tiling going on here. I'm sure some of these tiles are about to get stickers. Called it. Let's see. Okay. So the stream I want to write into is in fact live already, which is a good thing because they were running late tonight. Meanwhile, we need to finish the last few bits of this car before we can think about that. Interesting design for the headlights. They look a bit crooked. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm going to assemble the bit, put it on, and then sticker it. I've been having success, better success doing it that way. Okay, it's interesting how that all shapes in. Now we can put the sticker on. And now I guess we do the same thing on the other side. That gapping is more than I like, but it's not bad. Okay, I guess we're not ready to go to the other side quite yet. And now we do the one for this side. And then we'll put this last sticker on here. So that's what the front of the car looks like with those bits on. And then we have this beautiful printed canopy here, which says Porsche along the top and has some more of the striping going on. And that just attaches to the top of the car like this. And now it's time for our wheels. Oh, and that's the empty sticker sheet. So it says we want the mini spoked wheel covers. So we will take the pentagon covers off and set them aside for the spare bits baggie. And we will start attaching these to the tires. And that's what it looks like. I know I'm not getting, I know it's not having an easy time showing off what the wheel looks like. It's black on black, but there's the wheel. And we're just going to attach these to the car as we usually do at the end of the build. Wow. I think I have to redo 2 of the stickers. Bear with me. With a canopy attached, 2 of the stickers that were looking good before no longer look good because they no longer look lined up properly. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to fix it without totally killing the vibe of the patterns. So there we go, the beautiful Porsche 963. Top view, side view, back view, front view. This is one of the more unique looking cars in the collection. I like it. Wouldn't want to drive it, but I like it. One more look at the driver. And you know what? Let's equip him. Let's get him ready to join my team. So he gets to hold his weapon and his helmet, like all my other drivers do. Did I say weapon? I meant tool. These are these are race car pilots, not soldiers. But you know what? Being a race car driver requires the same kind of bravery that being a soldier does. I mean, people die driving race cars. It's happened many times over the years. We're not going to talk about that though. So there he is, ready for the race. And let's put him at the car. And let's find our exit raid, which we don't have any finding to do. It's Brett. We always raid Brett on Saturdays, except when he's not around that week. But he's consistently on Saturday nights and sometimes Friday nights. So we're going to raid Brett. He's the only raid I do that isn't music. I think you'll enjoy his show. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. Probably with some gaming this week, because I don't want to run through my other 3 cars too fast before I can get some more into the queue. So have a good night, and I will have a happy holiday Monday, and I will see you soon. Have a happy holiday Monday, and I will see you soon. Have a happy holiday Monday, and I will see you soon. That's odd.